Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
Good morning, Andy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to the people listening. Hopefully you guys all had a healthy and fun New Year's Eve celebration with loved ones. I certainly did. Highlight for us, besides all the pop was I got to try the Boss Hog 12, which is the top shelf offering from Whistle Pig. Every year they do like a special bottling where they try to infuse it with some sort of additional flavors, and it's cask strength, so it was like 108 proof. It'll light you on fire. Anyway, this year's was an absolute smash. It was like had a little Aztec pig figurine in the cork, and beautiful package, and then the rye itself was like really nice notes of like cocoa and like peppers. And so it was almost like a really long, like mole type of finish on it, and was wildly impressed. Second best brown liquor I've ever tried after the William LaRue Weller. I would rank it ahead of the Old Forester birthday blend.
Neat.
I put about 3 drops of water in it.
I was going to say, I prefer, even if you're not going to do ice or like cut it with water, like a teaspoon of water makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to speak. Somebody explained the science of it to me once. That's especially with these stronger blends, the cask, the cask strength, the cask, cask proof, whatever.
Yeah.
When you get to like 100 proof, it really matters. I think it's something to do with the types of, the ethanol and the other one, and how those molecules interact, and it just like wakes. I think the guy who explained this says it wakes it up a little bit, and it changes.
That's what I was always told. So I depending on the size of the pour, I'm like 3 to 5 drops.
Teaspoon.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Honestly,
but
you just take
adding a tiny bit of water
in it and deep.
Yeah, if you're at a bar, you probably don't have a teaspoon measuring spoon with you. That works too. Or the little trick you used to do as a kid where you put your finger over the top of the straw from your water glass.
Oh, that's
just
a great
drip, drip a few in there. Yeah, and speaking, I think Whistle Pig is a little overrated as far as price
Bite
points.
Your tongue.
Well, the price point. So like
it's very good. Rye. Yeah.
What you had was amazing. I've had some of their high-end stuff. It's amazing. I'm saying like their normal offerings, what the price points are. It's good. Like I shouldn't say overrated. I say overrated by price, by value.
Sure.
It's definitely not a value whiskey.
It's not a value.
Everything
right?
I've enjoyed everything they've made, except somebody gifted me a bottle of one of their blends where they had some sort of deal with Traeger.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's going to be smoked and it's going to taste like smoked meat or something. You really, really taste it. It's not Scotch where you want that smoky, peaty flavor. Like, it just doesn't taste right. And that bottle is like 3/4 full and it remains on the shelf to this day.
I think Whistle Pig, I was told
that one.
I was told they tacked into like the crossover marketing gimmicky way too aggressively over the last couple of years. There was a couple that I heard, like the Traeger one actually sounds like you could sell that. There's a couple I heard that they did crossovers with that sounded truly horrific. Like, what were you thinking, guys?
Jelly Bellies?
I'll pull them up if you want, but what is your value, Rye, out of curiosity?
Honestly, it's still probably just Rittenhouse, man.
Rittenhouse.
This stuff's like $20. I don't understand this. And this is I don't know that this is true, but their 10-year rye is actually, I shit talked like their price points. The 10-year rye is pretty decent price point for something of that caliber. That's a really good one. I've had that a couple times. I believe it's 100 proof.
Yeah, they did a crossover with Liquid. Whistle Pig did a crossover with Liquid Death Water at one point, which did
just
really
water.
Make a ton
just
of
fucking water.
The Gravestock wheat whiskey, a wheat whiskey proofed with Liquid Death Water and aged in casks shaped barrels using a less grim approach to its Halloween theme release. That's dumb. The Legend series collaborated with David Ortiz for some reason, and it aged in a wooden baseball bat or something like that. Yeah, that there's the long list of what do you guys what are we doing here?
This sounds like the fucking when Pimp My Ride started to go off the rails. We heard you like baseball bats, so we made the whole whiskey out of baseball bat.
That's exactly what it is. I'll say the Boss Hog though. I heard from people who were disappointed in Boss Hog 11. And if you were, and you were thinking I'm out. The Boss Hog 12 was pretty outstanding. I honestly can't believe how well they captured mole flavor on top of being just an unreal sipping rye. Very good. How's the market looking for you? We got some sharp action here. Somebody who bets at Circa thinks pretty highly of my opinion on the Seahawks, Andy. You see that's out to 2.5. So we are now saying that the Seahawks are 4.5 points better than the Niners on a neutral. How about that? That's an opinion, huh?
I will have some Niners money line in pocket. Like just I'm a Seahawks maxi. Yeah. I love what we've seen, but Darnold even 50% pumpkining loses by 15 to this team.
Let's just look at Circa numbers because those validate my opinions better than anything else. So I want to talk about those. But same. Someone taking the Rams out to 8.5 there. Someone has taken the Bills up to 7. There's some Tanner McKee support. Don't look now. Eagles are 4-point favorites. Was there anything else that I missed?
Vikings disagree.
Yeah, 7. That's a shame. I guess apparently Clayton too is going to be terrible.
Yeah, that's a true.
It must just be like there must be information that I don't have that Green Bay is literally bringing out the practice squad.
I almost said something terrible.
What's that?
Not like cancelable terrible, but like the wrong usage. Like when you have two people doing something to see who's the best at something. It's like a shoot off or a
a suck off.
I was about to say suck off. Like they're about to have a suck off in Minnesota. The old Clayton tune, Max Brosmer,
suck off 2026.
We could start calling it a suck off, I guess. That's
US
fine.
Bank Stadium on Sunday. We got ourselves a suck off. Yeah. Anyway,
Van Pelt had a nice save when he almost had a little bit of a faux pas.
What was it? I didn't hear.
TV. Was
this during the minor league football playoffs?
No, it was like New Year's, and they were showing live scenes from Times Square, and it was like, oh, look at this, we got a full makeout session. There's a couples kissing, and then it trips, and it goes 2 or 3 more little clips, and then there's two men kissing,
gay men, and yes,
he almost kind of said something like, "Oh, what is this?" Like he saved it pretty well, but at first it's like, no, Scott, like
this is okay now.
Yeah, you can't be throwing shade on love on New Year's Eve, buddy.
Canceled. Yes.
Yeah. And shout out to Colson Yankoff.
I know exactly the shot I wasn't watching it, but I know exactly the shot you were talking about. The confusing part about that wasn't that it was 2 men; it was that they looked
Planet
identical.
Fitness hats.
No, they looked.
Well, they're wearing the same hat.
Well, they had the same facial hair and they had very similar faces, and it was like, is this like?
Do you think it was AI?
Well, no, I was like, are those like my first thought wasn't, is this a gay couple? It was like those guys look like brothers. Like this is weird. But it was probably just a gay couple who have similar taste, which I think probably happens a lot. Anyway,
maybe very, very narcissistic, dating someone who looks just like you.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm so hot. I'm gonna date someone. Should we delve into awards? That's what I want.
Of course.
The MVP flipped hard to Drake May.
Yeah, I kind of think it's over.
Is there
anything that could happen this week that'll change it, or do you think this is just done? So,
based on the matchups, it seems really hard for Drake May to have a game where he is like exposed, So it doesn't, and the fact that the Rams
is Storm Duck out.
Storm Duck. I mean, that defense is banged up. I don't know that they're playing for much of anything, but I don't know that Stafford can go out and do something that he can. So Stafford can go have an amazing game where he really, it tickles that part of your brain again, where it's like, hey, I forgot he's having such an awesome year, and Matt Stafford is really good. But at the same time, I think you need to couple that with a bad Drake May game. And a bad Drake May game just doesn't seem super likely against this opponent.
You need Jack. You need Jack Jones to call an interception 5 times, and be right 3 of those 5 times.
So and I have this overarching theory on awards that I kind of want to get off my chest too. I believe in sharp markets. I believe in the EMH. I believe in, the biggest markets in the world being fairly efficient. But these are awards, and these are not based on, these are opinions that are coming in. The money that's coming in is more opinion than like betting on a side or a total. This is 50 voters who are doing a ranked choice voting, who we don't get a lot of information out of. And, while some of these are stone cold locks, like I understand where Myles Garrett sits, like this being 50-50 has been tickling my brain a little bit too, because of I think it was maybe Mitch and Paulie, one of those guys, the VSIN guys. I feel like if I'm giving somebody else credit, I feel bad, but somebody called it the Susan Lucci. If you remember, Susan
no question.
Lucci, like
there's a huge whiff.
Nominated like 25 times for being in a soap opera, never won. They finally just gave her one. There's something about that.
I've been handicapping the daytime Emmys for like 30 years, so I know the Susan Lucci story.
Everyone knows the Susan Lucci. Well, it kind of has a whiff of that, where there are if some of these voters have these guys really close, and they are going to hold Drake May's schedule against him, and they do want to give Stafford a little bit of this life, they might say, like, when am I ever going to have a chance to give this guy his flowers? Whereas Drake May has probably a decade
He's got
and a half
career ahead of him.
I got a career ahead of him. So I'm torn. I don't know that plus 250 is enough for me to get involved with Stafford. If this number keeps drifting out and there's like 4s or something involved, this is a market that might be up in a couple weeks at some point.
Your point about betting on awards being an opinion, I think, is interesting. Because certainly, like, until the day of the awards, when you're watching the Kalshi screen and all of a sudden on somebody's 99 cents, this is not known. It hasn't been counted. There's no, there are some people who absolutely are better at ferreting out who the voters are. What are they saying? What are they writing? Right? Like, what are they bleeping? What's blue sky when you're putting out information? Blooping. What are they tweeting? What are they blooping? It's there are people who are like legitimately good at that, and those people have more at stake in this market, and so their opinion does matter more. But it is an opinion. I would say that the fact that there are some like dipshits like Breer out there who are like trying to make this a career award for Stafford and make it the case, and trying to kind of construct here's the good faith argument you make for voting Stafford. Like, the fact that those guys exist right now should be instructive that it's closer than the market.
Yeah.
And I guess with no, I don't, this is not a slam dunk runaway like Mahomes in his second year, but this is pretty close. Like, Drake May has clearly been the most valuable player this year. Like, the math is in. it's pretty straightforward, I think. But the counting stats blur things a bit. And the fact that the Rams are going to be a 5 or 6 seed blurs things even more. But yeah, no, there definitely could be a surprise. There could be a February surprise. There could be a February surprise. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not going to.
I'm not interested in getting involved. But if they both have good games, and in a couple weeks Stafford's still sitting out there and it's like plus 350, I might dabble. Because I think it's closer than that.
I mean, there's all like we haven't even mentioned it, but there's absolutely a world where Stafford gets to 50 touchdowns in the first half against the Cardinals. What's he at right now?
I don't know that that's.
I think he only needs like 8.
I was gonna say I had him at 42. I was just pulling up stats. Like,
I knew it was low. I knew it was low 40s. I just wanted to joke around. I haven't heard Jay's opinion on MVP. He thinks I'll give you Jay's opinion on one of the more bettable numbers coming up.
All right, so it's almost certainly Drake May, but I'm like Meryl Streep at the end of doubts. I have doubts.
May is the correct choice. I think people are. Wait. Jay was stumping for May on the old X machine, so I'm sure he's got May. I think actually everybody who is like betting significant money on this when the markets were open during Monday Night Football all have kind of staked their opinion now that performance in the first half against the Falcons was enough to cost him. I mean, that was Matt Stafford had his Brock Purdy Christmas bloody Christmas moment. Like that's kind of what it was. Anyway,
POI.
All right. The showdown between this is another one that's probably a little closer than the market is telling us between the top 3, if not 4 candidates here. What's current pricing? JSN is in like the minus 300 range. CMC is like around plus.
Bookmaker has JSN minus 500.
Jesus Christ.
CMC
very
plus
confident.
250. Puka 15-1. Puka 12-1. JSN minus 375 at Bet Online right now.
You want any part of this? 5. This is big numbers. If you want to go against your boy.
So definitely could have a bad game. That's a matchup, as we mentioned. Like if it goes hand in hand with Darnold having a poopy butt game again.
Infinite hold at Bookmaker, by the way.
Yeah, that's rough. Not available in the market in any of the books I'm looking at right now for some reason is my guy Bijan Robinson.
Surprising because you could steal this and it wouldn't even be that hard.
Give me like 2. I'm gonna actually have to either drive to Iowa or tweet at fucking Bovada. Be like, hey, put him in there. give me. 200-1 on something silly like that. I'll put $20 on that.
Yeah, I think yes. CMC unlikely to win OPOY. I agree with that.
Would you consider Puka here?
Yeah, I would. I think this is going to come down to Puka versus JSN, and if neither guy really sets themselves far enough ahead of the field, then Bijan can steal this in a heartbeat.
And this is the other fact that our French friend brings up here. The fact that he's almost certainly a lock for comeback.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get 4th, 5th place votes for OPOI.
So what do you know about voting? Does someone sit down? It's everything at once. Like here's your
correct. You fill out your ballot in one swoop and then you write
one fell swoop. So I feel like the people, they might have written him in. They get to come back, be like, oh, fuck, am I giving this guy 2 awards? And then they go erase, or backspace, most likely. And they move around there.
I just assumed everybody realized that comeback player of the year is the most important, so they start there. Is that crazy?
God. All right. So how much are we staking on Puka at 15-1?
What's one click? 232.10 to win 3,500. That feels like I don't know if I need more than that.
Do it. I want to see what it flashes to. Actually, I should have done it. Oh my God! You fuck. 862. It'll come back. It'll reset here and then. Give it at the top of the hour. I think it'll probably reset. But
all right, Puka can steal. I think Stafford and Puka getting 4 touchdowns because like explain to me what other decision making was going through Sean McVay's head in the second half, the way he was calling that game, besides like trying to get these guys some recognition. I know that he's came out afterwards and was like, "Yeah, we just need to get a better taste in our mouth going into the playoffs. Like this is like they could absolutely like team up for 4 touchdowns in the first half, and I wouldn't be surprised. 8 was obviously a joke, but 4 is
there's a possible curb stomping. So, all right, I bet some Phuket 14 elsewhere because Drew beat me to it here. And 862 is where that flashed to. That'll reset. I'm sure it'll be 13-14 here in a bit. DPOI, got an opinion on this one?
Yes. I think it's probably going to go to the new all-time leader in single season sacks, Myles Garrett, after he gets one on Burrow in the first quarter.
I'm still betting against that. Just fun hating.
All right, let's move on. O'Roy?
Yeah. O'Roy is maybe the most fun. Are Egbuka and Henderson dead? Is that
yes?
Okay. Is Jackson Dart dead?
Probably.
He's a quarterback, so he's less dead. And he has a matchup against a bad defense. So I think he has to have
here's
wild ass. But I think there's voters who are valuing how much he's played compared to Shuck, and I think if he has a wild ass game, his name is back in the conversation.
Okay, so here's
like 4 total touchdowns. Right?
Here's what you just said that's super valuable in this market. I think is that Jackson Dart I don't think is live to steal the outright win, but he is absolutely live to cock block Shuck.
Yeah.
He could cock block Shuck easily because like honestly,
do you think that's how that works?
If there are 3 realistic good contenders here between McMillan, Shuck, and Dart, and people are like, who am I going to put first? Like Shuck is winning all these football games, but it's like he's only played 9 games. Dart played more. He's got better stats. Like I can't put Shuck once when he's not even the best quarterback out of these guys. So McMillan, then Shuck, Dart, then Shuck, or Duck. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of Tetaroa, Dart, Shuck, a lot of Tetaroa, Shuck, Dart. There may be a couple of first place votes for Shuck just because it's been a fun story down the stretch, but I don't think it's going to be enough to carry the day. I think this is going to be McMillan. I think that there's a pretty decent edge if you can get in the minus 140 range. Bookmaker right now at minus 171, a little bit closer. Jay's opinion on this when I talked to him today is McMillan is closer to 80%. He thinks Shuck is a mirage. And I would also add that I think that the Panthers are going to the playoffs. So if that happens, it kind of doesn't matter what McMillan does. Jay said specifically, like if he just ties his shoes and the Panthers go to the playoffs, he's winning.
So that's
correct.
I love what we've done with Shuck. I have an obscene number on him. I have a bunch of Dart that, it was at 20 to 1-ish, my average number, which would be great too. So I'm covered there. Like I'm basically in the spot where should I bet a few $1,000s on Tetaroa McMillan
just to get out of the rest of it? Yeah.
My only worry is Travion Henderson breaks the single game rushing record or something ridiculous. I don't know that he's actually.
Patriots aren't even using him that much. Again, another demerit to fucking stupid ass Vrabel is like they're not even using Henderson to the degree that they could have.
So a few things. The Buccaneers secondary got 0 good news this week.
0.
Which is a plus for Tet. I believe that Baker is still fucked up, and I think Carolina wins that game, which is a plus to Tet. Chris Olave had hopefully he's okay. It sounds like he's okay. Blood clot in his lung. He's not playing. That's a huge plus for Tet because it's a big negative for Shuck. Olave's been a huge part of what Shuck's done. Yes. And it does seem like Atlanta's going to be
Thank you for bringing that up. I totally forgot about that. But when I saw that news yesterday, I was literally like, oh, so Shuck's done. Like that, the Olave news was wild ice cold water on him. Wild ice cold water. It sucks hedging for a big amount for a bet that isn't going to cash for a month because you got to tie up some liquidity. But I think I will be taking a big swing at Tet. Oh, you had 300 to 1? Oh, shucks. It's congratulations on second. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. If you thought that was going to win, it's not.
It's still out there. There's a possibility.
We tried.
Yeah, Tet has a 0 game. They lose a close one. Shuck wins the game. He's still very alive. But I am going to, I'm going to take some Tet here to offset my. Unless Travion Henderson or Igbuka does something crazy, and I guess I'll take it in the shorts. But I have a feeling it's time to take some Tet.
It's time. I'm actually not even going to cover myself because number one, the stake was practically nothing, and number two, I've won betting the Saints 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he's paid his dues.
He's paid me. I'm good. Thank you.
I'm gonna do the math and just take some money out of this. Just to have
I might have bet him 5 weeks in a row because they covered when they lost before they started this winning streak. I think I bet the Saints so much down the stretch. It feels a little bit wrong not to have bet them this week, but I didn't. I got them Titans. I had them against the Jets. I had them against the Panthers. I had them against the Bucks. I had them against the Dolphins. They lost by 4. What was there? They were 5 on the close there, so I think I got that one too.
Another way I could wager this is it's minus 499. I was going to say on some of the exchanges taking a Shuck no.
Ooh.
But so far at no vig that was a bad price right now. Minus 499.
D-Roy. Can it be?
Can I get just Schlesinger? I guess I don't know.
Can it be? Can this be flipped? I don't think so.
Have you? So here's where I'm at too. Have you seen much of the people that vote for these things or talk about these things?
I haven't even really
anybody up. Anybody?
I haven't looked at this award because it's not a market on Bookmaker. So
that is the other part. Yeah, it hasn't been up at Bookmaker like the whole year for I don't know reasons unknown.
Who fucking knows? Comeback player of the year, I think, is going to be Christian.
I would just wanted to mention Schlesinger is minus 1,500 at BetOnline right now.
Jeez, wow, that's a bigger number than McCaffrey. Right. McCaffrey comeback player of the year, I think, is going to happen. So let's talk about Coach. Coach feels in the balance this week. Am I wrong?
Yeah, there's some scales and one way it's going to go. And it feels like the fact that Mike Vrabel has a extremely walkover opponent while Shanahan has a tough game means these numbers are probably a little off unless you really think Shanny has this big block of people that have been wanting to give him some award for some time. Mike Vrabel is a unique one because a first-year head coach doing something amazing, winning the division, turning a team around it's a huge story. Mike Vrabel's been a head coach in the league for he has 10 years experience before this. So I don't understand why the Vrabel and Cohen prices should be a lot closer. Well, Cohen at 12-1 right now is
in the blind. What Vrabel has done with the Patriots compared to Cohen with the Jags, compared to Ben Johnson with the Bears as first-year head coaches coming into a program that has a recent history of losing. Pretty obviously, the Vrabel's the third best story to tell, and I don't think it's close. But he's going to win this award because he has so many friends in the media, and he's got a whole cloak and dagger campaign going on behind the scenes for some reason because he cares about getting recognition, I guess. I wonder if the Drake May MVP hurts his case. What do you think?
I think it does hurt a little, maybe not enough to take the search out this award, but
yeah,
if we're betting Puka at 15,
yeah,
I don't know how I'm not betting a little bit on Liam Cohen at 15-1.
Do you think that that the myriad of domestic violence accounts coming out of Foxborough affects him?
Don't think it's a zero as far as how much that affects the how we're viewing this team and this leadership, because it's crazy how there's been just 2 in a row, right away, in kind of a weird time of the season. As I mentioned that the other day, it's were they sitting on some of this and be like, we're gonna fuck the Patriots over at the end of the year? We're the terrible media. No, I don't think it's good for his. I didn't love his response. where he just, did you see what he said about it?
I
He's like,
don't
yeah.
love anything he says.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, like, you know, innocent till proven guilty, all that, and
There's a little he said, she said in this, you know.
And he said these aren't distractions. We have distractions every week. It's the same. These are the same as the normal distractions we have every week. Like, no, somebody got choked, dude. Like, that's different, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Is Stefan Diggs? I mean, do we have any reason to believe he's a bad guy? Any chain of evidence to suggest he's not a great guy?
I mean, even if you go past the cocaine video, that when you mentioned this the other day, that video, that fun, it was like a lighthearted fluff thing that they did in the Vikings locker room 5 years ago, when they're like, hey, which out of all the players in here, which one would you not let date your sister? Diggs. Like, Diggs. Everybody is just Diggs. Everybody said Diggs, and we all thought it was just like, oh, I don't, like, is he just a dirty dog? And when they go out clubbing, he goes home with whatever. Apparently, maybe it's because he's a shithead. I don't know. Yeah. Innocent until proven guilty. He did the Minneapolis Miracle, so he gets a little leeway. But please don't choke people.
Yes, that's a good rule. Good rule of thumb. It's probably also a good rule of thumb. I mean, I don't know. Like, do you need to have a chef living with you?
How awesome would that be, though?
I'm not going to say anything else, as I don't know the facts, and I don't want to disparage this young woman.
How cool would it be to have a chef, though?
It'd be cool
at your house.
But if you do have one, you know what I would do?
Treat them nice,
and then not choke her.
Pay your bills.
Pay her, and then don't choke her. Like, that seems like a fair ask.
It's a very small ask.
All right. Coach of the year sucks, man. If it goes to Vrabel, it's just, I'm going to have a good laugh because Vrabel will have been long eliminated from the playoffs. And in general,
the American dollar's not terribly strong right now either.
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's the problem. God. We couldn't hire you.
I got a couple of gifts from Europe. Oh, man. I was pretty blown away by all of the factors going into the final cost.
Well, not only that, we can't afford you Food Snob because of the tariffs we'd have to pay to
the tariffs, and the exchange rate on top of the tariffs.
And also, this is just French food, isn't that good?
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm kidding.
All right. He sent me a picture of like I'll have to share that picture he sent me of like a hog he did over like fire coals. Oh man, it was crazy looking. Yeah, you'll love it. Anyway,
time out real quick. I was telling the story that I had a cousin who had to do shotgun wedding because of a pregnancy.
Oh yeah,
her senior year of high school. So this was the summer after she graduated. We all met up with her very pregnant wedding dress, farm wedding. But they did that. They did the roasted a hog over coals. They brought some meat. Oh my God. It's so good.
It's a good way.
Anytime you go to Hawaii, also do that if you have a chance.
All right.
Coach of the year, who do you think actually wins? Is it just Vrabel? Vrabel goes through the motions this week. And
probably.
I'm gonna bet a small amount on Cohen because I just think that's such a it's a big number and it's such a good story for a division winner.
It is. I mean, I still think that it's clearly Ben Johnson 1, Cohen 2. I would put Shanahan 3rd. I would put Mike McDonald 4th. I would consider Peyton 5th. I would probably leave Vrabel off ballot. I don't understand what he has done to warrant credit for what the Patriots are doing, winning. He is a generational quarterback in his second year with a breakout season against an absolutely dog shit schedule. Like, congratulations. You were there. You were there. Like, honestly, like there's nothing that he does in-game decision-making wise. There's nothing that I can see clearly that he has the fingerprints on the game plan that makes me think he's and guess what? In every single potential AFC playoff matchup, guess who is at a disadvantage from a coaching standpoint? The Patriots. Every other coach who's going to be in the playoff picture is better.
Have you seen the clip of Mark Zuckerberg when he was a part of a MMA team where he was like part of their corner crew.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And like he keeps putting his hands out to like
Yes.
try to end, and he's like, you don't need me.
Do you need this? Yeah.
That's Vrabel.
Decent transition to assistant coach of the year, where Josh McDaniels deserves some serious consideration, because you know why? He is running a very, very efficient offense with an offensive line that had a lot of question marks. Is he your favorite?
All right, at Bet Online, where this is up, your favorite is Josh McDaniels minus 120. Another very deserving coach,
okay.
Vic Fangio.
This is now actually an interesting and hard question that I have not thought about until you said this.
Will this affect Vrabel because of people are voting for this?
Yes. And how are they listed on the ballot? Like, is it literally coach of the year, assistant coach of the year? And people are going to go Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniels.
Do I want to do that? That's where I wonder about Vic Fangio. Like,
no, you know what? I honestly, if it goes to Vrabel, you know who that fucking hurts? McDaniels. Everyone's gonna find an excuse to put Vance ahead of him. Vance Joseph. He should probably be your favorite for assistant coach of the year. Vance Joseph's price should be the same as Vrabel's price for coach of the year, because people aren't going to put both those names.
And don't think that, hey, all these awards are quarterback awards. The NFL tends to, tilt towards offense. Don't look at this one and think a defensive coordinator can't win this, because it is, I think more defensive coordinators have actually won this than offense in the 10, 11 years that we've had this going. Jim Schwartz won this 2 years ago. DeMeco Ryans, Dan Quinn. Vic Fangio actually has a win already in this one, as does Wade Phillips with the Broncos. I think it's an even split defense-offense over the past 10 years. Todd Bowles won this with the Cardinals in the first year it was awarded. So I think like Fangio maybe already has one, so maybe that is in the back of people's minds if they actually take the time to go look that up. But Vance Joseph, super live, and then Clint Kubiak is 3-1 as well. I don't know that he's getting as much shine in the media for that to be true.
How
somebody absolutely stupid like Robert Saleh's 25-1. If they absolutely shut down, your Seahawks this week, if Darnold has a bad game, 3 interception game, Robert Saleh is going to be voted for. He's a known name. That's a defense that's been hurt. It's the same premise as voting for Shanny. Oh man, all these injuries, and look what he did anyway. Like, honestly, that's not the worst. This is my little premise or my little theory from the beginning, where these are not super efficient markets compared to a side or total. Assistant coach of the year is the extreme of that. There's nobody talking about this market. There's very few places that are taking it. I think you can probably only bet $100 on this anyway. I might bet some solid 25-1. That's a better bet than Niners straight up, I think.
Hey, considering that that the Seahawks were very unlikely to be the 1 seed to start the season.
Yes.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Considering that they were very unlikely to be the 1 seed to start the season, and that they've played a very difficult schedule, and that they could potentially clinch the 1 seed on Saturday. Is it weird that there's virtually no one in consideration for any award?
Kubiak's second favorite here.
Oh, he is?
He's tied with Fangio. So it's Josh McDaniels, Kubiak, Fangio 3-1, Vance Joseph 375. And then
Vance Joseph 375 is where is this again? Bovada or Bet Online or something?
Bet Online.
I think Vance Joseph
I agree with you.
At 375 is an absolute must play. That is a very, very, very soft price.
Okay, yeah. So they will take $50 from me.
The Broncos get the 1 seed. They have the 1 seed. The Broncos are probably shutting out Trey Lance this week, guys. Like, there's a very real world where everybody was like, "Oh man, that Broncos defense! See what they did at the Chargers? They shut them out." It was Trey Lance. But that said, I think in general the Vance Joseph is going to win this, and his price should be the same as whatever Vrabel's price is for Coach of the Year, and the fact that they're going to hold the giving Coach of the Year to Vrabel against McDaniels is hilarious to me. Hilarious. Patriots, unbelievable. Worst team in the AFC playoff picture. Actually, second worst after the Chargers. And hilarious that they get to play each other. All right, man. I don't have a protector of the year take, but I saw that that market finally went up and it was getting battered all around. Where does it stand now as far as favorite?
Protector of the year, Trent Williams, who
has a hammy.
Playing. Isn't even playing. Minus 150. I guess
I don't think that's a good bet.
No, if he gets it, obviously it's more of a breadth and depth of his entire career kind of award. Joe Thuney.
You know who doesn't need an award? Trent Williams. He's gotten paid so much money to do his job at a very high level. That's what he cares about than getting an award, I think. And I don't even think he was the best offensive lineman this year. He was top 5, surely, but not 1. Who's your consensus one?
Oh, man. I don't know. So Deion Dawkins is 5-1. Penei Sewell plus 550.
Deion Dawkins is going to have it held against him that he was the guy that got this to be an award, right?
Yeah. Garrett, that feels like a weird thing to write down. Like, hey, this guy stumped hard to get this as an award, so we should give it to him. I mean, he's deserving of being on the ballot, but I don't know. I don't know where I would go with this. Does somebody have a hot take on
Garrett Bowles, Penei Sewell, probably the first two that come to mind. Penei Sewell for the first offensive lineman I would take in a redraft. Garrett Bowles because he was on a really good offensive line. He was the anchor of a really good offensive line. Bowles is probably the bet I would make at 10-1. What's Darnell Wright's price?
He is not listed.
Wow, really? Yeah. He's been awesome this year.
Lindstrom, Creed Humphrey, Quentin Nelson, Quinn Miners, Tyler Smith, Jordan Mailata, Kevin Dotson. Yeah, okay.
Dotson.
Drew Dahlman and Zach Frazier. Center / guard.
In a redraft, I would have a tough time deciding between Tristan Wirfs and Penei Sewell. How about you?
Yeah, as far as like I'm building a team around this guy, it'd probably be Sewell.
Okay,
I'm gonna bet a little on Bowles 10-1. That's fun.
Okay, all right. Let's call it here, man. I got to get going.
Vrabel Protector of the Year for protecting domestic abusers. Lancet. That's a tweet. Jesus.
I got a kick out of that. Fuck Mike Vrabel.
I get a kick out of you.
All right, man. Let's end. And
Let's end on that. Yeah.
I look forward to Saturday night or just Sunday?
Saturday night.
Should we do one? Halftime show?
I'm around. Yeah, let's do one Saturday night. We won't do this.
Press the button.
My finger is on the button.
Okay.
Press the button. I'll do it. I'll press the button.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a Saturday night halftime show and we'll do a Sunday night halftime show as well.
All right, that sounds fun. Take it easy, man. I'll catch you then, and best of luck as you finalize your selections.
I'm selections in. It's too much.
I'll put them in.
I'm just gonna.
By the way, if something happens to me, just call Maddie.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't die in the next 24 hours.
I'm gonna be on the road. I'm gonna be on the road a bit today. You never know.
That's dangerous. I think I got my shit finalized.